Saint Damien of Molokai was born on January 3, 1840, Tremelo, Belgium. His name was Jozef De Veuster, and he was the youngest of 7 children. Growing up on the farm, Joseph was prepared to take over for his family, but he did not want the responsibility. Instead, he wanted to follow his older brother and 2 sisters who took religious vows. Joseph attended school until the age of 13 when his help was needed on the family farm full-time. He aided his family until he was old enough to enter the congregation of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary. He took the name Damien. In 1864, Damien's brother, who was also in the same order of religious, was ordered to Hawaii. But his brother became ill, so Brother Damien offered to go in his place. 2 months later after the arrival, he was ordained as a priest on the island of Hawaii for 9 years. He worked on the island as a priest. Leprosy was highly contagious at that time, so this belief resulted in the forced quarantine of leprosy patients. The Hawaiian government had deported the affected to Kalaupapa on the island of Molokai. Damien, known for his compassion, provided spiritual, physical, and emotional comfort to those suffering from the debilitating incurable disease. He served as both pastor and physician to the colony and undertook many projects to better the conditions there. He improved water and food supplies and housing and founded 2 orphanages, receiving help from other priests for only 6 of his 16 years on Molokai. He was supposed to only work in the colony for a time, then he would be replaced by 1 of 3 other volunteers for the work. But the leper colony was to become his permanent home. After working with the people, he used to stay in the colony to look after people. After several years serving for the people, one day realized that he was contracted with leprosy when he placed his foot into scalding water by accident, but felt no pain. At that time, this was a common way by which people discovered they were infected. Leprosy attacks nerve endings and a victim may hurt themselves but not feel any pain. Father Damien continued his work, despite his illness, which slowly took over his body. He derived strength from prayer and devotion. He often went to the cemetery to pray the rosary or spent time in the presence of the Eucharist. It is at the foot of the altar that we find the strength we need in our isolation, he wrote. After 16 years in the colony, Father Damien succumbed to leprosy on April 15, 1889. He was first buried nearby, then his remains were transferred to Belgium in 1936. His right hand was returned to Hawaii in 1995 to be reburied in his original grave at Molokai. He was beatified by Pope John Paul II in Brussels, Belgium on June 4, 1995. His sainthood was confirmed on October 11, 2009 by Pope Benedict XVI. His feast day is May 10. The day of his passing, April 15, is a minor statewide holiday in Hawaii.